Of some of our clients, friends, that basically have been asking me like, hey, I got the side hustle. Is this a good time for me to start my business? And so I thought I would just speak here for 5 minutes or less and kind of touch on some points that I go over with them. As maybe you might be finding yourself wondering, hey, should I start a business? The economy's crazy. Is it now the time? All that good stuff. Um, so I think the first thing to do is just identifying the skill and the interest. Is it a skill? Is it a hobby? Is it something that actually can be a business and be profitable? You know, and I think the main thing too is understanding, like, do you actually love that hobby that much? Because starting a business, you could ask other business owners this. It's tough. There's some slim days. There's some slim months. There's multiple slim months. And I feel like that if you're doing something that you already love to do, you're going to be able to withstand that kind of those kind of little lulls in your business and keep moving forward. So again, I would really ask myself, is this something that I love? Am I truly passionate about what this is? And does this service really help people in the long run? Because if you're actually your hobby or your passion or your skill set is helpful to people, there's always going to be a spot for you to make an income based off of your skill, your passion, or your interest. And then research the market. Look at maybe 2 or 3 websites of your competitors, see what they're doing, see what they're not doing, see if there's something that you can exploit that they're not doing. It's a good way to kind of gauge your pricing structure. You definitely don't want to start. The temptation when you're starting out a new business is to be the cheap person. I never want to be the cheap person, and I don't recommend being the cheap person. Because as your business grows, you're going to get into an adjustable cost rate, and which means your costs are going to go up as you need maybe equipment or more material or product, or it's time to bring on like a CPA or an employee. You're going to be locked into these cheap prices. You're not going to be turning a profit and probably be out of business within a year. And then consider the competition. Again, going back to looking at what they're doing, looking at what they're not doing. Seeing how you can position your business to potentially enhance the service that you've got that is, providing something that maybe your competition is not. Kind of finding a niche within the particular market that you're in. And then analyze your financial situation. I don't judge. I'm not a huge fan of borrowing money. Just with the condition of the banking system, and all this stuff that's going on. I don't have a lot of confidence in that. And, I don't want someone knocking on my door every single month looking for money. I would rather, or I shouldn't say rather, I have built my business based off the receivables, meaning work that I've put forth, that I've been paid for. I've used those profits to move the business forward, to grow the business, to hire employees. Again, there's a freedom that comes with that. I don't have people knocking on my door looking for money every single month. I understand in some cases, borrowing money from a bank is, the way to go. But again, if you can avoid that, I think you just have a much more peaceful experience when building your business. Family and friends, I'm not a really huge fan of. I love my family, love my friends, and I think money getting in the way of all that kind of makes things weird, uncomfortable, and that's something that I shy away from. But hey, maybe you got a grandma or a great aunt or somebody that believes in the dream and wants to invest. I would be really clear about boundaries with that and making sure that you guys communicate well around those types of money exchanges with friends and family. I know in determining your target market, who is your client? One of our businesses is a construction business. There's many different verticals of construction that you can do. You can do commercial, you can do residential, you can do small odds and ends jobs. It's really, for me at this point, determining who my potential client are, who's my target market, and it's not everybody that has a job to give us. We turn down a lot of work just because I know kind of what our niche is. I know who our client type is. And really, we're only interested in doing business that kind of fall within, our parameters for people that we want to work with. And job size, there's certain job sizes that we'll take. We'll give bids for smaller stuff to help people out. But, at the end of the day, we're just not built for smaller projects. We're built for larger ones. So, again, just knowing who your target market is will help you sidestep losses and really your time. As a business owner, your time is so valuable. You really got to watch where you're investing your time. Developing a business plan, big proponent in having a plan, documented processes and systems. It's everything. However, you need to be flexible. You need to be nimble. You need to be able to change. You need to be able to pivot. The plan that you start out with in 9 months might be toast. You might need to pivot, start over. Maybe something you did didn't work out, or maybe something you did worked out and exceeded your expectations, and it's time to grow. So you got to be able to, have a plan, but be flexible enough to pivot based on the condition of your business as you move forward. And then seek advice. This is a huge one for me. I have learned more from people that are in a place of life that I want to be than I've learned from any book, any school, anything. I don't really get advice from people that are in the same spot where I'm at or where I was. But I look for men and women that, are in a position now where I want to go to. Those are the people that I seek out my advice from and other counsel and stuff like that. So, follow these few steps. I kind of went through it quick. There's really not a lot to it. Again, it's just really, do you love the idea that you have or the side hustle right now that you have that maybe it's time to turn into a business? What's your financial situation when you're starting out? We have other tutorials and stuff on how to structure your business. I'd recommend getting, advice from a CPA on that. But how to get registered with the state, it's all really easy stuff. How to build a basic website, we can help you with that kind of stuff. And you could probably even do it on your own, really, if you have the time. But yeah, anything else, there's a link on here. Hit me up if you get any questions. And just do it. I mean, if you've been thinking about this for more than a month or so, do it. Make it work. I had to keep my day job when I started my business 10 or so years ago and do my business at the night in the evening. And it's just what you got to do. How bad do you want it? But I wish you all the success in the world. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.